Javon Stanley. I'm currently a computer science teacher at Park Elementary in Newark, New Jersey, where I have a group of tech students who help me design a yearbook and take pictures throughout the year. I also coach robotics, soccer, and basketball. My education and work experience. I graduated from Penn State University. From there, I worked at E.L. Haynes Public Charter School in Washington, D.C. Then I moved to Shanghai, China, where I taught computer science for 7 years at the Western International School of Shanghai. And from there, I moved to my current job at Park Elementary School in Newark. I received my teaching certification from Brookdale Community College, and currently I'm doing my graduate studies at GC University. The presentation is going to be about differentiation and how it relates to brain-based learning and computer science. Differentiation is when we modify instruction and tasks to meet the diverse levels and interests of our students, as opposed to using one singular standardized approach. We use multiple pathways to get to the same goal. And brain-based learning refers to how the brain learns, emphasizing engagement, emotional safety, movement, novelty, and reflection, and being aware that not all students learn the same way. Being aware of students' different learning styles. For example, middle school students benefit from visual coding and having different methods of printouts, you doing examples, and maybe sitting and helping them learn. Where you also have some students who have higher order processing, which means that they can have more challenging questions, may not need as much information or as much help from you. Another thing to be aware of is making sure that their learning is meaningful and individualized, so that it relates to their life and things that they've been through. And this will promote healthy brain activity and retention. Some examples of ways you can use these strategies throughout in the classroom is having rotating learning stations, where an example would be students have a video tutorial in one section, they create a robot in another, and then they code in the last section. Each section will be timed, and this will help activate the cerebellum and prefrontal cortex, which improves attention and motivation in the students. They know when they'll have to move. They can have a little bit more attention from you at some stations, and also the timer will help them know when to move and when to stay. Another strategy is choice-based presentations, where the kids will feel ownership within their projects, where they get to choose how they promote it. They can do a game, create a comic book, or even do a video. Those are just some examples of ways to promote motivation and ownership through the students. All right, to keep them engaged with brain-based learning, one way is using collaboration, and brain-based learning enhances engagement by triggering multiple neural systems responsible for attention, emotion, and motivation. For example, when students design a game or something that matters to them, they connect emotionally and cognitively, leading to stronger connections and understanding of what they're doing. And you also want to make sure that the students are safe. They feel safe, they understand what's expected of them. You see some of the posters that we use in my class to go over the rules and expectations and some of the websites they use. This helps everything feel predictable, because when students are in unpredictable environments, they're more likely to be stressed, which negatively impacts their learning. Some strategies to keep them engaged through brain-based learning for computer science would be coding, and turning these coding lessons into team-based quests where students earn points or badges for debugging things in collaboration will heighten their excitement and their engagement. And this strategy capitalizes on the brain's reward pathways and fosters peer interaction, strengthening social and emotional learning networks. And the last thing we'll discuss is another strategy, which is movement. Incorporating movement, like moving to different stations or stretching, energizes the prefrontal cortex and enhances focus. And for middle school students, this is important because movement prevents cognitive fatigue and boosts persistence and keeps them focused and engaged in the assignment. The last slide just shows you some references that we use throughout the presentation. So there are videos, there are books and articles that you can use. All right, thank you.